Thank you so much for joining me today. It is Dating with Katy, and today is my last episode of season 1. The season has been focused on finding the foundations in dating, making sure you're ready to date, and then getting online to do a good job dating. The banter, the photos, maybe a little bit of organic sprinkled in here, meeting organically. But the point is, I want you to be confident, I want you successful, and I want you to have some fun dating. And today, this one's for you guys, and I'm actually really excited to do this one. I think I have a bigger smile on this one than I did the last episode, which is for the ladies. So I'm doing the do's and the don'ts of a first date. This is for you men. And make sure you subscribe, hit the button. Also, you're going to want to subscribe to my online group on Instagram. We are doing just a special online group, so make sure you subscribe to that. Exclusive only to my subscribers. And make sure you get in my database. I know a lot of you guys are a little leery, like, why would I be in a database? We have female clients and we have women from all over as well. Also, I will be doing secret soirees where it'll be invite only to different parties and things like that. Just get in my database. I want to get to know you. I love having my phone calls with guys because the stories you tell me. Just today, we are going on a trip to Italy, Tuscany, and Jason is leading that trip. And he just had a date today in Italy because he's there already. He leads lots of these trips. I met him on Bumble, believe it or not. And he went on a date today in Italy, and he was sharing on and on about how she came. She was frazzled. They actually accidentally met in 2 different locations, and she showed up being rude. And these stories you guys tell me just make me shake my head at, what are women doing, right? Why do women not get it? I really find that you men are quite simple. You want a woman who is fit, who's fun, who's feminine. She takes good care of herself. She loves life. And she wants to let you be the man. So you know I'm on your team. You know I believe you guys are the good guys. You're my 20% good guys out there. I always try to encourage the women. Stop with the bitter bashing. There are plenty of great guys out there to be found. And you're not the nice guy, but you're the good guy who has standards. Now, before we get started today, and I probably have like 10 tips for you. I want to share with you from this book. I do a lot of reading so I can kind of re-educate, see where I'm at. This book is everything I teach women, and this book is called Have Him at Hello. It's written by Rachel Greenwald. She went to Harvard Business School. She does some matchmaking, not anymore. I think she's retired. I don't think you have to go to Harvard Business School to be a good matchmaker, but she has a very great book where she's been storing information for decades of what men say about their dates. And I'm going to read you some of these out clips, these outtakes. I think you're going to laugh with me. I still shake my head at some of these. So let's get started. These are usually reasons why a man wouldn't have a second date with a woman. She pushed corn onto her fork with her fingers. Okay, we've talked about this before. Do not clean your fingers on a date. Not cute. Either way. She wore a sweater tied around her waist, which I assumed was her attempt to disguise a fat ass. You guys know very well catfishing happens, but you guys do it too. So I could probably sleep with 4 or 5 different women every week if I wanted to, but now I'm dedicated to the process of discovery rather than diversification. That's true as well. Sadly, these women should higher their standards. She had a small white hair sprouting out of her jaw. Somebody needs to tell her. I bet you he didn't do that. By the 3rd date, I always ask myself, and you guys know my 3-3-3 rule, 3 dates, 3 weeks, 3 months, but I think you guys should add this on there. He says, by the 3rd date, I ask myself, is this really going anywhere or is this just my dick talking? I think that's fair. I mean, come on, guys. We know what you think with. She asked me if I wanted some gum and then she tongued her used piece into my mouth. I think she thought it was sexy, but it wasn't. I didn't like the way her public hair grew outside her panties. Fair. Okay. And we don't like the way your hair grows outside of your shirts or your nose or your ears. So all of us should be groomed well and appropriately. My lips snagged on her tongue piercing. In my opinion, blood just doesn't belong on a first date, even a little bit. So to be perfectly honest, I went out with her in the first place to test whether I really wanted to move in with my longtime girlfriend. Woo, scandalous. Well, it happens. Now, you guys, I want you to understand that I am on your team. I am trying to teach women what to do to have him at hello, right? With my own tips, reading, and whatnot. But I want to share with you the tips that I told her she needs to be doing on this last episode. Episode 24 was dedicated just to women on what she should be doing and not doing on a first date. So I'm going to give you a little insider scoop here. It's like if you and I were hanging out and I was like, okay, now listen, this is what she should do, so I want you to do this. Because everything she should be doing has a counterpoint for you on the date to be doing as well. I told her that it's really important that she show up on time. I know you guys hate it when women are late. I fully agree. They shouldn't be late unless, and this is my one caveat, if she's 5 minutes late. And I will tell you why in just a minute. She can be 5 minutes late because you're supposed to be doing something, and we'll get to that. I told her to look hot. I know you men are visual. I'm a believer in it. Women are just as visual these days. Like, guys, you need to step up your game as well, which we'll talk about. But I told her to look sexy, show some skin, be feminine, be flirty in her outfits. Like, no more Target frumpy. I don't even like it. I just can't. So I told her, no flats. Flats are for quitters. So let's make sure that you're looking good as well. But yes, I told her to look hot for you. And also make sure you appreciate it and notice it right away. And don't do that comment like, oh, you look nice. You look smoking hot. That outfit is amazing. You're very stylish. That blue looks good on you. We'll get to that. I told her to let you be the man. Please, we are hungry. The people who follow me, those who are listening to my podcast, those who are on my Instagram account, those who are in my database, we're old school. We are looking for the man with the plan. We want to relax into our feminine and know that you've got us. Look, these women that also follow me are boss babes. But there is this fine line of turning off her boss babe. So I'm asking her to turn it off, and I'm asking you to step it up, to be the man with the plan. I asked her, you're going to like this one, to sit next to you. I asked her to touch you. I told her boys don't have cooties, and I actually said you can kiss him. You can even make out with him at the first date. These women who are very rigid, I understand, I hear from you guys all the time. It's not fun. And sadly, you're not going to give him a second date. You're not looking to make out and take your girl home and have sex. Look, I know where your mind is at, but a good guy knows where to stop that line as well. So I think it's really important that these women understand kissing a guy on a first date, especially at this age and stage in life, is not a big deal. It's a good chemistry indicator. It's fun. It's good for the soul as long as it's equal and mutual. So let's get into the 10 things that you guys should be not doing and doing on this first date. Now, I hope you've been listening to all my episodes. They were sequential this season. They kind of built up. They ramped up from foundational. Are you even ready to date? Should you even be dating? You might want to listen to episode number 4. I think it's episode 4. The 4 things that every woman should be looking for. So guys, those are the things that you should be doing. Effort is number 1, by the way. Effort is everything. I talked about your bios, your photos. Guys, you take such terrible photos. Like, women are swiping left all day because your photos are crap. Get help. Go listen to my podcast. I have one photo that works every time. Make sure that is on your bio, please, for whatever website you use. Episode 20 is all the different online apps. I picked 5. You might be surprised by number 5. Go listen to that. You guys want to listen to these sequentially. 21, 22, 23 is all about getting from the chit chat to the date. And I talk specifically about how to figure out where to eat, drinks, or dinner. So go listen to those, please. But now you're on the date. You have figured out, you have moved forward, you have led the way, you are the man with the plan. So please, the first thing you do on the date, you've figured it out, you've each decided, you found some restaurants, she said yes, good. You're going to get there. When you see her, believe it or not, you can give her a hug. I love a guy that can give a good hug. A hug is a huge indication that you care deeply about her. A kiss is selfish. Guys, I know why you kiss a girl, okay? But a hug isn't. A hug is a general warmth, caring. Ultimately, when you're sad, knowing that your guy's gonna hug you, that's what makes you so attracted to him, that he cares in that way. So if you see her kind of coming in and be like, hey, kind of open your arms, say, are you up for a hug? It's Friday. Let's be fun and playful about it if she seems a little weird. But you should already have this vetted out. You should both be really excited to meet each other so it's not awkward. If it's awkward, then maybe you haven't done enough getting to know each other to make it comfortable. So that's number 1. Give her a hug, set the scene, bring her energies down to a relaxed feminine state. And number 2 is, and this is why I told women she can be 5 minutes late, I want you there early. You get to the date early. I don't like it when women get to the date early. It's awkward for everybody. I want her to walk in after you. And please let her know, I'll be on time. I'll be early, please. So you can send her a little text in the morning. Hey, looking forward to seeing you. I should make this should also be a bullet point. Let me know if you're running late, which she shouldn't be. I told her. And, when you do get closer to the date time, say, I'm here early. I'm at the bar. Can I get you something to drink? I told her that you are not trying to drug her. I told her that if she thinks that, she shouldn't be dating. So guys, I want you to use this, and I hate to say the word trick, I want you to use this tip, okay? I think it is so masculine and so sexy when he is in charge. He is serving me. He is the guy who wants to make sure that I am relaxed and taken care of for the night. So I want you to try this. And if a woman does not receive it well, I have to kind of question that woman. Maybe she can't be vulnerable because she's had some really bad experiences. But I know you guys, you're not out to drug anybody and you're not putting something in her drink. So if she thinks like that, you might want to steer clear of her. That's all I'm saying. All right, number 3 is do not be at the table when she gets there. I've been on dates where I actually had to get walked to the table and he's seated there. And then I'm waiting, like I got no hug, I got no drink. And now I just sit down. He didn't even stand up. And this was a matchmaker date I went on. I'm thinking this lady needs to train her guys better. This is ridiculous. So, and I wasn't even late. I was actually early. So that should never happen. Do not be at the table. Now, I understand some restaurants get real picky about that kind of stuff. If that happens and you have to be seated to save the table, push your chair out, stand up, go pull her chair out for her, give her a hug, ask her what drink she would like, and get that order in right away. Okay, guys? Like, so important. So important. Where are you traveling in 2023? You're traveling with me. You're traveling on the Dating with Katy single trips. Our first one will be in January to bring in the 2023 in warm weather, poolside, tequila shots, all included at the beautiful Breathless Resort. Bring your bestie, sign up, make it your Christmas gift to yourself, because in that middle of winter, you're going to be happy that you joined us. Space is limited. Then, if you want a more difficult trip, well, I say that as a pun, you're going to want to join us for 10 days in Tuscany, where we will be difficultly drinking wine, looking for truffles, sitting by the beaches, going through the small communities of Lucca and the churches and the bars, and everything is included in that trip as well. You will want to join me. Space is limited. Make sure you click, sign up, put your down payments, and I will see you in Cancun and in Italy. Here's my number 4, guys. And I told the ladies to look hot. I am telling you, you better dress well. We are tired of sloppy dressed men. I dated a guy up at Facebook. He was the vice president. He dressed like Zuck. The shoes, we'd go out on dates. I'd be looking smoking hot. He looked sloppy. And it was just it's his way. It's how we dress up here. And I'm thinking, I'm not going out with you anymore. And literally, it was one of the reasons why I couldn't keep dating him. He just didn't want to step up his style. Now, guys, I'm not looking for you to go spend thousands of dollars on suits, and I don't even know the brands, but you can go to Nordstrom's Rack and you can find great clothes there. And these are the 3 pieces I want you to have. I've said it time and time again. This is the classic man outfit. You want to Google this outfit, you're going to see all the 007s wear it when they're out and about in real life. You're going to see George Clooney wearing it. Classic man. Go get this outfit. Dark blue jeans. Dark blue jeans, okay? Nothing with weird stitching, just some plain basic dark blue jeans, and that fit you. Nothing loose, nothing too tight, but they need to fit you. Yes, we want to see the man package, okay? So I'm just going to state that. So dark blue jeans, crisp white shirt. Own a crisp white shirt, please. There's something very luxurious but simple and classic about a man in a crisp white shirt. Own a dark blue blazer. That is my 3rd one. And I understand I have clients in Arizona. They're like, Katy, it's wicked hot. Fair. Bring it. If you're going to a steakhouse, bring it so you can put it on. I love places are going back to dress codes, which I love. It elevates the evening. It creates the ambiance, which is important. It's essential for a first date. Ambiance is everything. I talk about it 2 podcasts ago. So dark blue jeans, crisp white shirt. Now, if you live somewhere warm, how about this? A button down, a short sleeve white shirt. I understand. I'm not into those uber crazy ones. If a guy can pull off really funky clothes, that's awesome, but most men can't. Here's the other thing, guys. These shirts have to fit you properly. If you've been losing weight, go get a new shirt. Go get 1 new shirt for your date. Don't be lazy. Give me a fitted shirt, and also make sure they don't hang out. I prefer a man, even if he has a belly, to have a shirt tucked in with a belt that matches the shoes. So, and as for socks, here's my theory on socks. Men that wear playful socks are like women who wear playful panties. Now the very stylish look is no socks, which I dig. If a man can pull off the no sock look, I love it. It's also like a woman who wears no panties. That's all I'm saying. You know, I mean, they're kind of fun, stylish, and I think it's a win-win on that. But Nonetheless, don't wear boring socks. Do you want her to wear boring panties? Just go get some fun polka dot socks. I mean, I have a friend, her son is 20, and he is now working at a restaurant, and he, wears this great suit, nice watch, and I said, show me your socks. Show me. I should tell ladies every date she should say, show me your socks. And that doesn't mean you get to say, show me your panties, but it's playful and fun. So I see his socks, and they were boring. I said, no, never again. When the next time I come back to this restaurant, he had fun socks. And actually his mom took him shopping to get those socks. So please make sure you look just as nice and smell good. I love to smell my man. I don't want like one squirt and I got to find it. Guys, I'm going to give you a secret. There is a men's cologne that is to die for. I don't know what they put in it, but man, is it delicious. And I had a client who I took shopping at Nordstrom's. He got a full makeover and he thought, these white sneakers are lame, Katy. I don't want this cologne, but he bought it all because I said so. And he, to this day, attests to the white sneakers. He's like, girls love it. I said, I told you. And then this cologne, it's called Creed, and it's the Aventus. So Creed has multiple flavors, multiple scents. Aventus is delicious. So guys, go buy it. It's like a chick magnet. It's not cheap, but I'm saving you date money. So every woman will love you for it. All right. Number 5, pay for her valet. If there is valet, maybe send her a text beforehand. Say, hey, there's valet. I know you're coming from a long day, or you'll be wearing high heels, right? Please make sure you use valet. I've got you covered. Set that ahead of time so she knows you got it. Okay. It's very sexy. Number 6, let her order the water. This is kind of unique in that this is like that moment where you're giving her the decision to kind of run that show. So when the waitress comes over and says, what kind of water would you guys like? Still, flat, sparkling, or regular tap? Look, if you choose regular tap, she might be like, what? I don't drink regular tap. And again, some women could care less. But why don't you defer to her and say, what would you like to drink? Because number 7 is the biggest part of the night. These are the 2 things, the only 2 things you should be thinking about. Now, women overthink like crazy on a date. Can I marry him? What are his kids like? What will our kids look like? What's his family like? She'll think 70,000 thoughts and maybe disqualify you on something you didn't even say. So she's already pre-thinking what your answer will be, and then she just starts to spiral because she thinks she knows and she's overthinking. I tell them to stop. Now, some of you guys do this. It's rare. Most women are the overthinkers, but some of you guys kind of do this. And the biggest thing on a first date is not to overthink, but to think of these 2 things. I just do 2. Number 1, are you having fun? Okay, I tell the ladies the same thing. Are you having fun? But you have to be fun. To have fun, you have to be fun. I can go out on a date with a super boring guy, but I have fun because I'm fun. I am the common denominator. If you are both focusing on having fun, you will have a fun date. And this is the part of dating that is getting drudgery, is you finally get to the date and it was flat. But if you're both focusing on being fun and having fun, good. Second thing to focus on, are you being attentive? Is that person being attentive? Now, I want to know that that female, that woman that you're on a date with is being attentive to you. So you know what I asked her to do? I asked her that when the food comes, that she would serve you. I know you guys love that. So I'm going to ask you, when the water decision comes, let her decide. Are you being attentive? Is she being attentive? Those are the 2 goals for a first date. Because we got to get to a second date, guys. Quit putting the cart before the horse. Number 7, you might want to do this. This is super manly. You might want to bring her favorite bottle of wine. Check with the restaurant, see if they have a corkage fee. If you've talked about wine or anything like that, if you bring a favorite bottle and serve that, okay, that's like, woo, that's hot, guys. That's a super good trick. Every woman will be like, wow, thank you. Maybe bring 2, one for her to take home, one for you guys to drink there. Do not drink both on the first date, too much. Okay, number 8, you can ask her if she would like to take home a meal for her kids. Now, I've gotten some flack for this. If that is not you, if you're the guy who's like, no, I'm not feeding somebody else's men. If she's a single mom, she will love that. Every woman on that Instagram reel is like, thank you. Wow, that'd be amazing if a guy did that. Look, some women will say, no, it's okay. And that's all right. But your gesture is so thoughtful. And honestly, I mean, some people don't like to take leftovers home. I do. Some people, it's like a money thing or I don't know what. But I just think it's such a thoughtful processing understanding that she has kids. She gave me her night. She might not have her kids that night, but nonetheless, saying that you'd offer that is very sweet. If you don't want to do it in the first date, do it in the next couple dates. I think that's a win-win-win for you guys. Number 9, have the bill already taken care of before you guys even sit down. Now, look, I told her she's not paying for the date. Women do not pay for the first date. As a matter of fact, I find that women should not be paying for the first 3 dates. And that's a whole nother topic next season when we get into. But have it taken care of so it's not awkward. Some of these women don't listen to my podcast, so they don't know this, and they're going to try to swipe out and pull her man card, and hopefully you're not dating those women, but instead they're going to receive from you and just say thank you. But when the bill comes, be quick. If you haven't already taken care of it and passed it to the server, be quick. I'll tell you what, if you pass it to the server and you guys just get up and leave, it's kind of sexy. She's like, what happened here? You're like, I took care of it. I took care of it. Hello. Sexy, because remember how I told her to make out with you? You hit these sexy man steps, you do the man with the plan movements that I'm giving you guys, then yes, this is going to be like, okay, I'm relaxed. He's in control. Like, he's cute. He dressed well. He smells good. There should be a kiss coming out of this, guys. Now, of course, just because she's sexy doesn't mean she's giving out free sex. So don't ever assume that either, guys. Is that clear? We're all on board here. And lastly, this could be questionable. I know some of you guys say, oh, well, women don't like it. Quality women do. And it's this. Say, text me when you get home. Now, maybe you kissed her before, maybe you made out before. I'm not sure. We're going to talk about kissing in my next season. So we're going to talk about making out and kissing, because that's a whole podcast in itself. But no matter what, even if she wasn't the right fit, even if you didn't make out, even if you don't want to see her again, meaning you don't want to go on a second date, be polite. Lead the charge in that. Please text me when you get home. When she gets home, whether she texts you or not, that's when we can make the move into, hey, it was a great date last night. I just don't feel like it's a right fit. Or, hey, it was a great date last night. I'd love to take you out again. But the fact that you prefaced it with, hey, text me when you get home, or even you can text her that. So let's say you both get in your cars, text her, text me when you get home. I think that is such a man, gentlemanly, protector, provider kind of thing to do. So I think all of these are really going to give you an edge up on men out there. Women are frustrated. These men are not leading. They're not being that masculine man that we need to have so that we can relax into our feminine. Now, you guys, I hope you've enjoyed this season of my Dating with Katy podcast. You guys should be phenomenal at dating at this point, but season 2, we're going to start getting into some saucy fun of this. I also want to make sure that you're subscribing to me on Instagram, where we do exclusive chats, Q&As, and that's going to be my next step. You're going to want to meet me over on Instagram and get in the group, the DWK. By the way, I hope I see you in Mexico and maybe in Tuscany. All right, you guys, it's been such a pleasure, and I will see you next season.